Very nice that you're here with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And Sarojini. Okay.
Mataji.
Yeah. Your please. Okay. Great.
Hare Krishna, Falini Mataji, please unmute your device. I have muted all phones. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how I accidentally
No, I just muted all the participants so that you can only speak.
Okay, thank you for reminding me how that works. I'm still getting used to this. Okay, thank you. All right, we're on text 2. I'm going to read the Sanskrit and the translation and the purport. Everyone, please listen. Vishrambenat Vishauchena Gauravena Demena Cha Shushushaya Sauridena Vachamadhura Yachabo. O Vidura, Devahuti served her husband with intimacy and great respect, with control of the senses, with love, and with sweet words. Purport. Here, 2 words are very significant. Devahuti served her husband in 2 ways, Vishrambena and Gauravena. These are 2 important processes in serving the husband or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vishrambena means with intimacy, and Gauravena means with great reverence. The husband is a very intimate friend. Therefore, the wife must render service just like an intimate friend, and at the same time, she must understand that the husband is superior in position, and thus she must offer him all respect. A man's psychology and woman's psychology are different. I want to just pause here and go back to the beginning of the purport, because it's very important to what Srila Prabhupada is saying here. And I know you've all read this before, but because this knowledge that Srila Prabhupada has given us is ever fresh, and we can always learn something new every time we read it over and over again. So, Vishrambena and Gauravena are 2 important processes in serving the husband or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this reminds me of how Madhvacharya said that a chaste woman should see her husband as the Supreme Lord. So that is one instruction that we have received from our Guru Parampara. So it takes practice to be able to do this, but the more we try, the more we practice, the more Krishna in our heart will help us to do this, to follow this instruction. So then, a wife, she has a special opportunity to be an intimate friend for her husband, but at the same time, also to be his servant. And this happens naturally. And the husband also, when the wife behaves properly in her role as the intimate friend and also as the servant, then the husband, he understands better what his role is, and he can act in that role more confidently. So it's kind of like we hold the reins to be able to help him to assume his position that Krishna has given him. Otherwise, if we don't give him a chance to be the leader, to be in charge, to be in the superior position, then it's very hard for him to do what he's supposed to do. So behind every great man, there's a great woman, and we become that great woman by following the instructions in the Shastra and trying to be a devoted servant and at the same time, intimate friend. So then Srila Prabhupada again says, a man's psychology and a woman's psychology are different. As constituted by bodily frame, a man always wants to be superior to his wife. And I want to just include a little comment there that it's not that he just wants to be superior. This comes naturally with the male body and psyche. If you look at your husband or any male, they're generally of a larger build than a female. They have a deeper voice. They have a stronger determination, and they have a bigger brain. So Krishna has given them all these traits because they have a big responsibility, and that is to be the provider and the protector and the guru for the wife and children. So that's a big responsibility. And so naturally, Krishna has gifted our husband with the ability to act in those roles. He requires greater intelligence. He requires a bigger, stronger body to be able to be the protector, and a bigger intelligence to be able to be the guru, the pati guru, and the guru for the children as well. Okay, actually it is said that the mother is the first guru for the child. So that's our responsibility, to be not only the servant and assistant and lover and friend to our husband, but also to be the guru, the teacher for our children. Okay. So, as constituted by bodily frame, a man always wants to be superior to his wife. So again, he not only wants this, but it just comes with the package of being in a male body. And a woman, as bodily constituted, is naturally inferior to her husband. That does not mean that she's less important. It means that the female form is generally weaker than the male form, and generally has a smaller brain, and we are sentimental, we have strong emotions, because Krishna has given us the responsibility to produce and within our womb, and then to birth, and to breastfeed, and to nurture and raise our children. So that is a big, big responsibility, and it requires a very soft heart and deep emotions. So the woman has all these wonderful characteristics as well. So together, the husband and wife work as Helen Andelid says in Fascinating Womanhood, they are like a lock and a key. So the lock and the key, they fit together nicely. They're different, but when they work together nicely, then they function successfully. So even if there is some wrong on the part of the husband, the wife must tolerate it. And thus there will be no misunderstanding between husband and wife. So Srila Prabhupada actually repeats this twice in the purport. So in other words, it's a very important point that he's making. So Srila Prabhupada, in the previous sentence, he said, the natural instinct is that the husband wants to post himself as superior to the wife, and this must be observed. This must be observed means that the wife needs to understand this principle. She needs to accept it, that, oh, my husband is the leader, and I am his servant. So when she thinks like that, and she behaves with that kind of mentality, then things go much more smoothly. And if there is some wrong on the part of the husband, the wife must tolerate. And that way there's no misunderstanding. Then Srila Prabhupada says, Vishrambena means with intimacy, but it must not be familiarity that breeds contempt. Familiarity breeds contempt. That's an old saying in English. It means if you become too relaxed with a person, then you can start to find fault with them. And so we don't want to do that. And so we're going to be talking about that tonight a little bit when we move over to, according to the Vedic civilization, a wife cannot call her husband by name. In the present civilization, the wife calls her husband by name, but in Hindu civilization, she does not. Thus, the inferiority and superiority complexes are recognized. Haribol Anupama, thank you for your sweet note. Thanks for being here. Okay, now, Srila Prabhupada says, Damena cha. A wife has to learn to control herself, even if there is a misunderstanding. So here again, Srila Prabhupada is repeating the point he made up above. So that's a big responsibility that we have as wives, to tolerate, to remain respectful. Sometimes it means zipping it up, closing our mouth, and just being tolerant and patient until things calm down and blow over so that the atmosphere becomes peaceful again. You all may have different ways that you deal with misunderstandings, but that's the way I do, because that's what my husband needs. So we, as Srila Prabhupada told us, the wife should understand the particular mentality and temperament of her husband, and she should mold herself accordingly. So that is one thing that I have learned is how to behave when my husband is upset about something. So what is Anupama saying? What if the husband treats her like a slave, taking advantage? The message disappeared. So save your questions for, I would like, if you could, because our time is limited, just save your questions for a personal message. Okay, thank you. So, okay, the next sentence in the purport is Sauhridena Vacha Madhuraya. That means always desiring good for the husband and speaking to him with sweet words. It is said, and probably many of you know this by heart. I don't know it by heart. I didn't memorize it, but I'll just paraphrase it, that the husband is meant to be spoken to by the wife with sweet words. So the wife should always deal with the husband very kindly and gently and respectfully. Sauhridena Vacha Madhuraya. Sauhridena comes from the word suhrit. Suhrit means the kind of friend who really sincerely desires your welfare. And Vacha Madhuraya means sweet words. So sweet words are discussed also in this book that we're studying. And if anyone has not downloaded yet the book Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood, please do so. Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood. We're all studying that book and we're doing a comparison. We're going to do a comparison between Prabhupada's teachings and the teachings of Fascinating Womanhood. Okay? So now Srila Prabhupada says, a person becomes agitated by so many material contacts in the outside world. Therefore, in his home life, he must be treated by his wife with sweet words. Okay? Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for listening to the Srimad Bhagvatam. Okay, so now we're going to, okay. Is there a possibility, Rati Priya, that I could be allowed to share my screen?
Okay, Mataji, wait.
Can you do that for me? Thank you. Okay, so I'm trusting that everyone who was here last week did their homework. You don't have to say anything, but just please, if you haven't done your homework, please make sure you do it before next week's class. The assignment was to read the first 3 chapters of Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood and to make a list of your husband's masculine virtues. Okay? In case anybody needs me to repeat that, I'll just say it one more time. Last week's assignment was to read the first 3 chapters of Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood and to make a list of your husband's masculine virtues. Okay? There's a list inside the book on pages 39 and 40 in case you need a little prompting to help you make your list. If you didn't make it yet, please look at that list on pages 39 and 40. It's very helpful. It will kind of get you thinking about your husband's good qualities. And you may end up coming up with qualities that are not even listed on that list. I know I did. I came up with quite a few, and I'm not even finished making my list. I'm sure a lot of you also are not finished writing your lists. I already wrote down 70 virtues, 70. And in fact, speaking of 70, today is my husband's birthday, and he is now officially 70. 70 years old. So, so thinking of him fondly today. I spent a lot of hours in the kitchen cooking nice things for him, and he was very satisfied. So, oh, and another thing is, everyone please purchase, or if you can find an old booklet around, an old notebook around the house somewhere, please make a love booklet for yourself to keep your notes of what is special, what kinds of special reactions you see in your husband, or experience in your husband, and write them down in your love booklet, okay? So that's a lot to remember. And this week, you're gonna have even more homework. So please, everybody, be on your toes, okay? All right, so now we're meeting together on page 26 of Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood. Does everyone have the book? And can you please go to page 26? I'm going to give you just a minute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so chapter 4, secret number 1, accept him. We're going to ask everyone to please read this chapter on your own this week. Now, I wanted to just make a comment that when Angela goes to the first class, the first Fascinating Womanhood class, she notices that the teacher is looking very beautiful. So it says in the fourth paragraph down, Harmony, the Fascinating Womanhood teacher, looked even more Angela warmly at the door. She wore a shiny turquoise blue ankle-length dress that contrasted vividly with her silver hair, swirled elegantly on top of her head and held in place with a large turquoise butterfly hair clip. So as I read this, I was thinking that beautiful feminine clothing and attractive hair is already built into our culture. If we dress the way Srila Prabhupada wanted us to dress, then we always look lovely. And if we wear our hair like Srila Prabhupada told us to, with it parted in the middle, bun, or in a braid, then we always look very aristocratic. Also, Srila Prabhupada mentions the kumkum in the part. So when we're married, we wear this sindur. This kumkum in our part is called sindur. And every lady who's married wears bindi. So there are other things we wear to show that we're married. And I just want to make a comment to you girls who are not yet married, that please continue to join us for these classes because you will learn some good things about how to deal with your future husband and even with your sons in the future when you have children. And even with other men, with other devotee men, or with men that you meet in the course of your life. So please stick with us. We're happy that you're here, and we're praying for you that Krishna. So I just wanted to make that comment about how Harmony came looking very beautiful to the class. And we also are very fortunate that we get to dress in sari and tilak and bindi and sindoor and jewelry. Like Narada Muni says, that a chaste woman should dress herself nicely with golden ornaments for the pleasure of her husband. So we're very fortunate that we already have that built into our culture. Okay, so now I made some the teacher is meeting all the different people. Now, there are some things I highlighted because men are, is everybody with me? This is page 30 under the subtitle, The Type of Woman That Impresses a Man. So again, page 30, please locate this subtitle in the middle of the page, The Type of Woman That Impresses a Man. So I highlighted this first paragraph because I thought it was important. Quote, men are impressed with sympathy, cheerfulness, childlike innocence, and charm in a woman. The more tender, feminine, pure, and trusting she appears to be, the more attractive she becomes to them. Vivaciousness also enhances these qualities. Does everyone know the meaning of this word vivacious? It means to be filled with life. Like your eyes are bright, your skin is clear and bright, and your heart is happy and filled with love of, life and love of. Okay, now here's another highlight. Love is awakened by wholesome feminine qualities. This is in the 6th paragraph. Love is awakened by wholesome feminine qualities, such as sympathy, purity, cheerfulness, trust, and dependence. Wow, these are really important qualities for a woman to have. Wholesome feminine qualities. So we learn about these in the Srimad Bhagvatam. We see lovely examples like Devahuti and Sukanya, Kunti Devi, Draupadi, Sita Devi, Ahalya. So many wonderful ladies are in these ancient Vedic stories, and we can learn from them how to be wholesome and feminine. So some of the qualities that are given are sympathy. And I remember reading about that in Fascinating Womanhood. before I got married, how I'm sympathetic. So one time something happened where my husband and I were out on a kind of like a date, just a picnic at a river, and our car got stuck in the sand, and he became very upset. And so I remembered how Helen Andelin said that we should be sympathetic with our
Hare
husband.
Krishna.
So I said something indicating that I was that yes, yes.
Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
your
Is
voice
everything
is,
okay?
your
Oh,
voice
is it?
is, yeah.
Oh, it's breaking up. Oh, Krishna. Okay. Let me see. Maybe I could open this door. I don't know if that's going to help, but let's just try. Can you hear me now? Is it okay?
Yeah, it is better now.
Is it a little better? Well, the weather is really bad, and that does affect the connection, the internet connection. So let's just do the best we can. Cheerfulness, trust, and dependence. So we'll learn more about these things as we go along, just as you're reading through. If there's anything that you feel you need to bring up, then please highlight it as you're reading. Make a note of it so that you can share it with us. Okay, now on page 32 at the top of the page, it says, by trying to change, okay, because we're talking now about why you must not try to change your husband. Why you must not try to change your husband. First of all, it doesn't work. And another reason is because it communicates to him that you think he's not good enough. So this can cause huge problems in marriage. So down at the top of page 32, it says, by trying to change and improve our husband, we are telling him we are not satisfied with him as he is. His sensitive male pride is wounded. He knows his weaknesses. But he needs you to admire his strengths. So this is one reason why we're writing this list of husband's masculine virtues. We want to focus on his
Hare Krishna Mataji, unmute your phone device. Hare Krishna.
You told me to unmute.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have
There we
muted.
Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Or a comment? Or a realization? Okay, so I'm not hearing anyone. Rati Priya, is everyone muted?
Yes, Mataji, but they can unmute themselves.
Yeah. Okay, so then Shraddha says, okay, Shraddha says you have to allow people to unmute themselves.
Oh, I have. Wait,
Okay,
let me see. They can unmute themselves.
okay, so Santruti Mahesh.
Yeah, I think now we are able to unmute ourselves.
Okay, sorry, I mistakenly did this.
Yeah, Mata.
Welcome.
Yeah. Uh, After hearing your lecture and whatever we are reading, we are finding that we are making so many faults.
Yes, that's gonna happen.
And so it is actually very difficult, but yes, even I am trying to follow. It's just the beginning. But um could you guys just give us some tips, how to it is basically will be saying we will be manipulating ourselves right now. It won't be from the heart that we will be doing it. It will be like a practice, as a teacher is saying do this, do that, and that we will be trying to do it, although it won't be very easy.
Okay, that's a very good point. So then what you need to do is you need to pray to Krishna to help you. This
Your
is
voice is
something
not clear, Mata. Your voice is not clear. I can't understand.
It's because of wait. Please mute yourself, Neelam Mataji.
Yeah.
okay. So now you can hear? Just go like this if you can hear, or like this. All right. So if you're having a problem with this, like Neelam, then what you need to do is pray to Krishna to help you, because we can't do anything without Krishna's help. We can't be sincere. We can't really sincerely compliment our husband, or, like Prabhupada said in the purport, to tolerate when there is misunderstanding. So all these things, we depend on Krishna completely to be able to do this, to be able to do these things, to render these kinds of service. These are services that we are trying to render. So we can pray to Krishna, and uh, if Krishna uh, uh, he will help us, and then gradually, the more we practice, the better we'll become at following these principles. And whenever we have any success, even a little small success, we should make a note of it so that we can look at that, later and say, oh, just see, Krishna helped me. Krishna helped me. And I became successful to a little small degree. So Krishna will help. But we have to ask him for his help. Okay? I hope that helped to answer your question, Neelam.
Thank
If
you,
anyone,
Mata.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And of course, advice. If anybody does not belong to the Power of Inspiration group on WhatsApp, please know that you are welcome to be part of that group. And on the Power of Inspiration group, you can ask questions like this. And not only I'm on there, but so many ladies who are more knowledgeable than me and who are, very senior, they can help you understand these things. Okay? So please join the Power of Inspiration group on WhatsApp. And I am not in that group, Mataji. Can you please add me? Santrupti Mahesh. Okay, so let me give you my WhatsApp number. Is that the best idea? If I can give you my WhatsApp number, then.
Balini Mataji, I have her number. I'll send it to you.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Was that you, Shraddha?
Yes, I'm back.
So I see. When you speak, your name comes up on the screen in large letters. So that's nice. I appreciate that. Okay, so it looks to me like we had 26 participants tonight. That was a good turnout. Thank you everyone for being here. Yes, Vinu. So Shraddha can give you my number. Is that what you said, Shraddha? You're going to give them my number, or you're going to give me their number?
No, I have Santrupti Mataji's number, so I thought I'll send it to you. But I don't have Vinu Mataji's number. Mataji, can you type it in the chat?
I have Vinu's number. I'll share in the group, Mataji. You can add her.
Okay.
Even she's from Gurgaon. We are all in the same Bhakti Vriks group.
All right. Anything else? Anyone want to talk about anything? Did you all do your homework last week?
Yes,
I did.
Mataji.
Good.
Yes,
Good,
Mataji.
good. Excellent. We'll be reading on our own. But then when we're together like this, I like to share some highlights. So we'll do like that. Okay, so everyone, for next week, keep working on your list of masculine virtues. And for those of you who are not married, you can go ahead and make a list of the virtues that you would like your future husband to have. And if there's anyone of you girls who are looking for a husband, if you don't know how to do positive affirmations, please message me and I will help you with that. Okay, because it's a good tool for helping train our mind to be able to accept and expect Krishna's mercy. Okay. So next week's assignment is to read chapter 4 in Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood. Work on your list and do the other two parts to the assignment from the first 3 chapters, which was to, I gotta look it up.
Praise your husband.
Forgive him for all the past hurts. Yeah, was that you, Sri Lekha? Thank you for prompting me. And what was the third one?
Praise your husband.
What was it?
Praise your husband for what he does for you, your family.
Oh, I know what it was. It was that that little speech that we're supposed to make. So it's I gotta look it up to find out where it was. Screen, sharing screen. Sorry, I'm so new at this, everybody. I'm trying to share my screen, but it's not coming up big. There we go. Okay, now I see it. Okay, scrolling. I don't know if I'm scrolling in the right direction. Does anybody know what page that's on where it's telling those three
36 page number.
assignments?
36 page number.
Page 36. Okay, thank you. Okay, 36 and 37. Yeah. Okay, so please, at the bottom of page 36, make a note of those assignments, number 1, 2, and 3. And make sure that you do all 3 of those this week. All right? Okay, does anybody have anything else that they want to share? We're gonna just we're gonna end at 8:15, so we have 5 more minutes. On my watch, anyway, it says 8:10, 10 after 8. So if nobody has anything else, then I can just read a little more. Oh, after Angela read the 3 assignments, she felt her enthusiasm drain that Ted had, and there was no way she could ever bring herself to say the words in assignment 3. She would rather die first. So a lot of women have this problem that it's too scary to try to say these words. So I liked how Harmony said that you can change the words if you want. You can rephrase this statement with words that are more natural to you if you prefer. So you can do that, right? If it makes it easier for you, it makes it more natural. But please be sincere and mean what you say. That's what Neelam was referring to in her question. So we need to mean what we say, okay? Let me see if I have any more highlights I'd like to share with all of you. Did you all look at that big long list on pages 39 and 40?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, saw that.
It's quite extensive.
Yes.
I only got to the L's and then I had to stop. So I have quite a bit more to do. Krishna made me think of a lot more qualities, good qualities of my husband that are not even in this list. Okay. All right, does everybody have your homework noted down? And, you know, I'm wondering, ladies, if there's a way that you could show me what work you did. You know how when we're in school, we have to turn in our homework, or at least we have to show it to the teacher. So anyway, I was just curious about that. Maybe we can
Mataji, we can
iron out the kinks as we go. We're doing the best we can. Yeah?
We can send you a photo of what we have written in the group.
Okay, that's a nice idea. I would like that. So where would I receive that?
On WhatsApp in the Power of Inspiration group.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds really good. And we don't really have to share our love booklet, but if there's something that's not too private, if we want to share it, then of course, of course we can. We can do that. Okay, okay, my watch says 8:14, so I'm gonna offer my obeisances to all of you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha, Vipasindubhyevacha patidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namaha. Thank you again, everyone, for being here, and we'll see you next week, 7 p.m. Thank you, Shraddha and Rati Priya. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam,
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Mataji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dida.
Hare Krishna
Hey,
Mataji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Dida. बोलो
Hare
हरे कृष्ण दीदा
Krishna,
दंडवत
Janani.
प्रणाम
Pranam Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Pranam
Dandavat Pranam.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हाथ
Hare
जोड़ो
Krishna, Pranam Mataji.
हिंदी आवा आई तो मम्मी मम्मी वेदांत नीचे बोली
Hare Krishna, shall I end the meeting?
Yes,
Yes,
please
Mataji.
end the meeting. Thank you.
Farini Mataji.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Farini Mataji.